I'm controlling this by myself though. So at this point I think I really need to tell you when I press what. Because some is automated and some not, and it's hard to see. So I'm walking in here myself. I'm walking in myself. I want to talk to Eris. I've talked to her and then he's... I don't know if I can go back now. What happens if I try to go back now? I can't go back. I want to talk to Aerith. But Cloud doesn't. That's looking really awkward. I'm pressing circle again. Oh, I'm trying to struggle. Shouldn't there something be happening here? So if I press down, he's moving this to the right, to the left, up, and I press circle. I press circle again. It's the only thing I can do. I can struggle. I can press X. He will shake his head. But in the end I have to press OK. Welcome to this episode's boss fight. I don't need to say anything about this, do I? I mean, this is the final hit in the face. The music continuing throughout, ouch, the boss fight. Also, I should probably start fighting. So yeah, this boss fight is technically actually quite hard if you don't set up properly. Yeah. This is one thing where the options they had back then, the graphics options, really hurts the game. We've seen Aerith flirt with Cloud all the time, from the very beginning. That's comment, by the way. The thing we were not able to properly see is how Cloud... I don't know if I say get used to it is the right word. By the way, don't do that. But grows, yeah, starts to respond to her feelings and how their relationship grows. They don't have mimic and they only have very rudimentary body language, and so they can't really show that. And that's a really, I think that's really sad. By the way, please heal. Well, let's go with beta. And because at this point in the game, yeah, Aerith has been flirting with Cloud all the time, and Cloud's responses were rather minimal. And at this point, suddenly, you'll see how much he felt for Aerith. It comes out of the nothing. I hope that in the remake they can put more emphasis on that to build that up better. Oop. Yeah, it's okay. The great thing about most enemy skills is that they can't be reflected. So for example, Comet could be reflected, so I can't use it when it's using Reflect. But with Beta I can just continue hitting. Oop. And yeah, the greatest weakness this enemy has is the fact that both its attack, the blue flame, all its attack, blue flame, blue light, and the and the Aqualung are all water based. Yeah, that's bad now. I actually intended to heal Cloud with that. So if you give one person the water ring that you found earlier, this person is actually simply invincible. Can't die. And I lost Tifa's limit, which is really bad. And yeah, together with the White Wind, it's great. Ah, shit. Because everyone else is like, oh my god, it's so much damage. I think you can use the Aurora Bracelet to half the damage for one person. Oh. And now its skills, its MP are used up. But yeah, this is the thing. They gave you a very... most players, when they find an item, they equip it. Just trying it out. There aren't many fights after you find the water ring. You find the water ring, go through 2 screens, then you're on the world map, then you're in the city, and there are no fights there. So they put it in a place where the probability that you still wield the water ring in this fight is quite high. So while you're stuck here, struck with grief about Aerith and gripped by the situation, they gave you a boss fight that is technically hard, but if you have this water ring, you also cannot lose. You could just leave this one character and does it. And yeah, I really love this scene. the finishing is done great. The way that you have to actually put in all the commands to have Cloud try to kill Aerith. I think it's just great. And of course it's... of course this is the reason most people don't use Aerith. Because she dies. But... I couldn't tell you that. And also Jenova says Cloud is a puppet. First time Jenova herself is speaking to us. It's different how every character acts at this point. So if you have different party members, different actions, Barret, consoling... I told you, everyone needs a Barret in his life. Then everyone would be happy. This is all automated, by the way. You don't have to walk yourself by yourself here. And this is the end of disc 1. Yes, I want to save. And I mean, that's quite a bite to swallow, isn't it? I mean, okay, to be fair, Aerith is dead is no longer spoiler status in the internet. The game is so old, you can post that anywhere and no one's gonna be mad, except it's a topic specific forum. So even the people who did not see the game so far probably knew about this. Maybe knew about this. But I still think seeing it, that's something different. Sure, and I'm an optimist. Thinking about what Square, who's always had a good hand for cinematics, could make of this scene. They did so well back on the PlayStation 1, 1997. If they're re-releasing Final Fantasy VII with this episodic approach, whatever they do, whatever, they're re-releasing it, putting lots of, and if they put the right amount of effort into this, in 2017, 20 years later, maybe 2018, 2019 even, I don't know. If they make this right, this will make grown men cry. They know what's gonna happen. They're gonna see it. They're still gonna cry like little bitches. Oh wait, I should have changed the CD as well. So yeah, gotta redo the recording for changing because I'm on emulator. So yeah, just switching CDs now. And back we are. So yeah, of course that's all assuming that Square does it right. We have no guarantee of that. Square has made mistakes. We'll see. I just have my hopes. So now we are after Sephiroth. It's on. We started this journey for revenge when we left Midgar, and he has reinforced that resolve. Also, ouch, headset. And yes, in his speech after killing Aerith, he also casually dropped the hint on where to go next, past the snowfields. So that's where we're gonna go. He also said lots of stuff that references things that that will become important later on. The way how he thinks Cloud is a being that does not have feelings, and being a puppet. This is gonna become important, of course. I mean, it is becoming more and more important with every confrontation we have with Sephiroth, because our main character can literally not face our main villain, because he will just be mind controlled and slaughtering his own party or something. Not cool. So yeah. And again, in this is again a part where Square did continue with their very good game design. There is this thing they call flow, which is basically means that you need, even with a constantly rising overall difficulty, you want to have little peaks followed by little valleys of difficulty and intensity in the game. In most times, it's called the flow wave or flow channel. When it's getting hard, then it's getting a little bit easier, like taking a rest. Then it's becoming more harder, a little bit easier, but still harder overall, and so on. Usually that's applied to difficulty. You will see throughout the game that there's always a hard dungeon with hard random battles followed by a dungeon with easy battles. The battles around Rocket Town and the battle against Palma were a joke. After the Nibel Mountains, which were basically hell. And it's the same here, just not with difficulty. You've had this super intense moment, and you're still... Oops. What the... You're still half stunned from it. Mentally. Okay, I don't know what the... Please don't die on me, controller. You're still half stunned. And so they put... they put the battles here are easy. I think there are no more Hungries, the ones that eat your character. They don't deal big damage, they're just... You can just go through them and your mind's still being occupied by what you just saw, what just happened. And I think that's good. That's the thing you should do it. I mean, the attacks look threatening, but... What's gonna do? 200? 100. Duh. Great. Why is Cloud's attack so strong? What happened? Also, I don't need to show you Morph anymore. And yeah. What's this area called, by the way? The Coral Valley Cave. Not Coral Valley Cave, but Coral. Because, like in sea. We want to go to the right. And ah shit, we can't go there. The cliff is too wide to climb into that. We can't go to the ladder, by the way. We can just go down the ladder, not up. Right here, down. And here we are. The Hypno Crown. It's a nice thing for the people who love manipulation. Increases manipulation rate. But since I only use it for your for occasional giggles, I don't think I need it that much. Oh, never mind. There still are Hungries. Oops. Okay, as long as it misses, it's not that bad. Hungry. Oh, yeah. We're all back row, of course. Ha! Cloud's immune to Mini. That's why there was no miss. He's immune. Okay, so now the Hungry has no more MP. Probably shouldn't be able to mini anymore. Anyway. I don't know what to say. I can just leave you with the impressions of what we as collective of players just... I don't know. Just let it sink in. Meanwhile, I loot these treasures. And I think it's no matter where we go here, you want to go up and we want to go right again. That's not political. And a Mega Elixir, and we almost got it. Should have taken this chest first. Now I needed to go back. And whoops. Bolt Armlet. Which is basically the same as the Aurora Armlet. Just for Bolt. So we are finding lots of elemental equipment recently. Drains lightning attacks. It's called attacks. The Wizard Armlet is basically the opposite of the Gigas Armlet. The difference being, you don't see it, but I think the wizard armlet, for example, actually increases your magic power. So some equipments change your basic stats, strength, intelligence, stuff like that. Or I think it's not called intelligence, it's called magic here. Give me a second. Yeah, it's called magic. So the topper half. And since you don't see those, you really need to watch out for those effects because they're not notified anywhere. But I think, for example, the wizard armlet does a bit of it. The wizard armlet, of course, would be better than the hidden code for the slots because it's combined. Oh, she's not even using it anymore. But the thing is, when Tifa's running around and getting hit by all the stuff, the physical stuff, due to cover, I don't want her to have 6 physical defense. That's not a good thing to do, really. You also see that why the Dragon Armlet is so good. A better slot and almost equal defense than the elemental armlets. No, there's the 2 hungry party. And do we have a mini Barret? Yep, we got a mini Barret. 1 damage. I'm gonna let you see what it looks like when they eat and yeah, okay. And he's gone. Whoop. That's what hungries do. I mean, they're called hungry for a reason. Not a nice thing when you don't expect it. But then again, as you can see, the success chance on mini is not really high. So, and we got 1 character with a ribbon who cannot be minied, so the danger for us is negligible, is contained. But still, it's not nice because he doesn't get experience. Come on, go in there. Another chest. Power source, another power source. Oh, okay. Oops. I thought I saw a blue material. The game... What the fuck? In some situations the game hides blue materials in stuff, in areas like right from the exit, where they are just visibly hard to see. Okay, that cannot be manipulated, so we just kill it. Nope. Huge tidal wave. Where is he getting the water from, by the way? Oh, and he's absorbing water. So that's why he does it. And he's healed himself. Oh, stop that. It's not like it hurts that much, but the heal is annoying. Boom. Good thing, Tifa. Yeah, that's right. And he is gone. So yeah. For looking that big and evil, he's surprisingly tame. So in areas like this here, there could be easily... a blue materia could lie in this area and you would barely be able to see it. I remember the materia that we found in the Nibel Mountains in the Mako Fountain. That was an example of that. I mean, I knew it lay there, that's why I simply found it. But if you review the footage, you will see that seeing it actually is not easy. And yeah, we are here now. So we're still on this top island, just working ourselves through the mountains here. And we see a little city ahead, which is actually one of the cities that are